Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Cesar, and today I'm very excited because we're going to build the first lot in my Latin American inspired neighborhood in The Sims 2. And if you haven't watched the first part, I recommend you to watch it as well because there I show you the inspiration and how I build the layout of the city. So this is the first lot I'm going to build in the city, and it's going to be the Central Plaza. A lot of Latin American cities have a Central Plaza in the historic downtown or Centro Histórico. And these plazas are often in the middle of the historic downtown, and it is where most Latin American cities started. If you see the grid of a city in Latin America, you can see that these plazas are surrounded by important buildings such as cathedrals and city halls, maybe theaters, and I was inspired by that. In front of this Central Plaza, I'm planning to build the cathedral. So if you want to continue seeing how the city develops, and if you want to see the other buildings, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next videos. Now I want to share with you a little bit of the inspiration for this Central Plaza. Basically, I was inspired by a lot of the cities around Latin America, and I wanted to do something that felt similar but also unique, and also something that was functional in the game. Because usually in a Central Plaza you don't find much, but you know that will be boring in the game, so I added a lot of things that you're going to see in a few moments. And I built a bus stop, as you can see here. I know there are no buses in the game, but I thought that it would be fun to have this feature here for roleplay and for pictures and things like that. Now, as you can see, in the middle of the plaza we have a fountain that it's very cute in the game because it has some big water chutes, and it's going to look very cool in the middle of the plaza. And it's on a platform, so it's going to look much taller as well. And the Sims can go there and you can take some cute pictures there. It's going to be very fun. I'm also placing the lights at night. I like to do that so I can see better how the lot is going to be lighted at night. And I use these lamps that you will find around many historical buildings here in our cities. This plaza also has some bathrooms because Sims always like to go to the bathroom in the game, so I thought that it was important to have some bathrooms here. And I really like how it turned out in general. I think that there are enough activities for our Sims, and it's going to look very cool surrounded by other buildings, as I mentioned to you, like the cathedral and city hall that we're going to build in the next videos. I also wanted the plaza to feel kind of modern in a way, you know, that it's been taken care of, because in a lot of cities these plazas are a very important tourist attraction. So although it is an old place in the city, you know, it's still a nice place to go and to visit. You have a reason to visit it. I really like how the bathrooms turned out. They are very spacious, so a lot of Sims can go at the same time, and that usually happens in the game. Now, let me tell you that this build was a little bit challenging because this is a big lot. The grid in the historic downtown in this neighborhood is 5 by 5, so it's 50 units in the game by 50, which is a very big lot in the game. So it was also challenging in the way that I needed to think about how to fill such a big lot, and also how to make it feel that it's not, you know, that you don't have a waste of space there. So I think that I did a good job. I managed to fill it out well. Let me know if you think that in the comments. And something that I did that I thought was really cute was that patch of trees that you can see, those pink trees that reminded me of some trees that we can see here in my country. When they are in season, they are very cute, they are pink, and they last like, I don't know, a few weeks. So I'm very proud about that. I'm sure that I'm going to take some cute pictures there with my Sims. As I mentioned to you, one of the challenges was the space, to fill it out. And in the end, I feel like the lot doesn't feel that big, It feels that it fits within the grid, which was one of my goals. I'm also adding some dirt around, around the pavement and around the trees and buildings because I always say that that kind of thing makes the difference and makes the lots feel more alive, adding some dirt and some terrain paint in general. I'm also adding some playground equipment for kids. And I really like these green colors because they blend well within the grass and within the plaza. And it's going to be a nice area for your kids seems to visit and to have something to do in the plaza. There's fun for everyone. Oh, and you will see that I also added a drink dispenser in the bus stop, and that made it much better, in my opinion. I added some other fun things as well. For example, I added that instrument where Sims can perform and, receive some tips from people around there and some money. So if you have a musician in your household, you can send your Sim there to earn some tips or some money. I also really like how the food area turned out. It looks like those carpets you will find around here, at least in my city, in the plazas, for some shade. And it's a little bit of color as well in that area. And I also added a stand for Sims to perform, when they do that statue impression. I don't know how that is called, but it's something that it's very cute in game. So I added that near the fountain, and I started adding some plants and some flowers that I think look very cute. And it seems like to smell flowers in the game, so I thought that it would be very cute to add those patch of flowers. I also added some lemon trees. We need those lemon trees. Those are, um, I wouldn't say everywhere here, but they are in a lot of places and they blend very well. I hope that, I don't remember if you can get lemons in community or fruits in community lots in the game, but I think that, anyways, they look good. And lastly, I'm showing you how the plaza looks in the neighborhood view. As you can see, it's in the middle of the grid. And my plan is for the cathedral to be north of the plaza, as I mentioned to you in front of, and the city hall to be maybe on the right side or the left side. And we're going to build some other colonial inspired buildings. And there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the build, subscribe and leave a like. And we'll see each other in the next video. Bye bye, guys.